Alright, welcome back to part 2. Now, part 2 can take a look at what happens if we have a slant asymptote. Very easy to do these. So let's go ahead and draw something, okay? Let's draw something with a slant asymptote. So let's say we have a vertical asymptote here at x equals 1. And we have some slant asymptote looking like so. Okay? We don't know necessarily the equation of the slant asymptote, but we can get it. Alright, now, so we have our function kind of going up right up here. And let's see here, and we have our x-axis, let's say it's kind of going through like this. Okay? And we have to get our equation. So remember, to get the equation, we look at the top. Okay? To get the top equation, we have to look at the roots. Now we actually have two roots here, it looks like. So let's say we have x equals 0, or right here. And let's make this x equals 2 to make it look nicer, okay? Or horizontal, a vertical at x equals 2. And x equals 1, let's say, for right there. So that's going to give me my top equals x times x minus 1. Now, to get the bottom, remember, to get the bottom of ours, we look at the vertical asymptote. The vertical asymptote here is x equals 2. Remember, we changed it. So that gives me the equation x minus 2. And there's my bottom. And now all we have to do is come up with our equation. Y equals some constant a. My top is x times x minus 1 over x minus 2. And there's our equation. Now you can verify that this is going to be a slant asymptote by taking a look at the degree. The degree on top is 2. The degree on bottom is 1. So therefore this is our slant asymptote. And of course, to find A, we would need at least one more point there. So like, let's say, let's say across here at, I don't know, 5, 10. I don't know. Let's say that's the point 5, 10. If I plug it in here, I can solve for A. So I would get 10 equals A. Remember, this is 5. 5 times 4 over, what's 5 minus 2? 3. So I would get A equals 30 over 20. So it's 2/3 or 3/2. So now my equation, I would just plug it in here. Y equals, and you can write it this way. Here we go, x minus 1 over x minus 2. Put the 3 on top and the 2 on bottom, and you get your 3/2. And that would be the equation of our slant asymptote. You may want to try that one again. Now the other one is, what happens if we have no roots? Now we saw one like this the other day. What if we have like it bubbles over somewhere like so, and it crosses here? Let's say x equals 5 is where it crosses. Okay. For this one, I memorized what the equation looks like. It's y equals, you have a over the square root of something x squared plus b. We really don't care about the b, ax. There we go, ax over b. We really don't care about the b. We'll talk about that in a second, but I just need to find out what a is. Well, remember how we got this. Remember how we get the horizontal asymptote here? The horizontal asymptote became ax over the square root of x squared, right? Which becomes ax over x, which is 5. Which is a right there. And that's how we kind of get this little value up here. So my equation, very simple. Whatever this a is, that's my a, my 1 point I have. So I could go 5x over the square root of x squared plus, and the b doesn't really matter what it's going to become, because as we go up to infinity, we're not looking for perfection, so I'm going to make up a number, 3. And we might make sure it's a plus, because if it's a minus, we have vertical asymptotes, so be very careful. Alright, and that's how we do these. So take a look at these, try these. We're going to see these again tomorrow. Don't forget, you have your quiz tomorrow over graphing. So good luck.